Welcome to Mug This is Mug Talking, and today I'm going to show here some planetary qualifier results from this weekend. And as we can see here, we have a bunch of Han Solos winning this weekend. So I'm going to show some lists here, but I'm not going to show like Han Solo 2, Blue, like we have a bunch of like I think we 4 won this weekend, and the difference is like kind of the same. We can see some changes here and there, but the list is the entire S deck, right? So I'm not going to show too much this. I'm going to show more different lists, and I want to shout out Jamal, that is known here in Brazil like Tal de Jamal, because he won the PQ in Rio de Janeiro this weekend. And look at this, he won here, first place, and in the São Paulo qualifier, the Akbar won. I beat him in the round 6, I think, but yeah, we both go to the top 8. I made the 5th place. He goes to the 8th place. It's the same thing, like top 8 for us both. So, and in the 3rd PQ here in São Paulo too, he made top 4. So congrats, man, you did top 4, top 8, and won a PQ like in 1 week. So he played 3 PQs, just amazing, right? He already had the invitation for the Galactic Championship, so really cool. So now let's go here, see some different lists. So first here we have this Raid Zatavod by Yehosera. I don't know how to say. I know that he's a known player, he's an amazing player. Congrats for your result. And he did a final. He go to the final with this Raid Atavolt. We have some additions here from the set 5. We have here the Terrent Attack. That is an amazing card. 5/5 ambush, like against most of the decks now in the meta. Really good. We have Celeron back to the raid. So it's a new card for the late game that can bring back something. If you have like a bunch of resources, you can play Celeron back, bring back Hum 1, or Hum 1 bring and Celeron back from your discard pile, something like that. It's really good. And I think it's just we have Azure Bridgers too, and Owen Lars. Owen Lars for sure, a more restore. We already had Moisture Farmer, but Owen Lars is better. I think, okay, we have 1 HP less, but we have this when defeated, and we have a bunch of first units in the deck that you can draw. So that's why he's playing with 3 Owen Lars, only 2 Moisture Farmer. And remember, we can buff then with Ray, which is amazing, right? And we have here the Purgo King. 4/12, restore 4. 1 player, draw a card for each friendly unit with 7 or more remaining HP. This game works a lot. Maybe you go like 1 draw is guaranteed because you're going to play a 4/12, so you can draw 1 card. Maybe you can draw more if you have one of those 3 units here in the board, right? Nice. So let's go here. Another one. PQ top 8. Chancellor Palpatine, blue with the Force. I like the idea of this deck. I still need to play with it and record a gameplay with it because it looks really good. We have the Force here, but we're not going to trigger too much. We have only 3 cards that interact with the Force here. That is Darth Arena, that you don't even need to use the Force, but you need to have the Force to have the ambush. We have here the Thousands Assassin, that you need to use the Force to trigger the -3/-3, and Shadow Point. It's just this. So only cards that you're going to expand your Force tokens, you only have only 5. But I think it's worth it because Darth Tyrannus with Ambush, Thousand Assassin with the -3/-3, and Shadow Point to defeat any card that you want. Looks really good. We have here in the deck Shannon Flurry because we're playing yellow, so we can play Shannon Flurry with Darth Vader, defeat something, or Shannon Flurry with Anakin Skywalker, and maybe you can defeat 3 units because we have hero and villainy cards in the discard pile, so we can give -3/-3 here, -3/-3 there, and Anakin is ending in the board with ambush, so you can defeat something with the 5 damage. Maybe you could defeat 3 units, maybe you could defeat 2. Really good, right? Here we have Anakin Skywalker, blue with the Force, 1 APQ. Congrats, deal with I don't know. This one runs with Force Lightning to trigger Anakin twice, and Power of the Dark Side. I'm seeing more of this version in the Patron Anakin Karabas with the Power of the Dark Side and Force Lightning. Looks good. Because sometimes you don't even expect your opponent have 5 resources, you do something and they just pop the dark side, you just, okay, I wasn't expecting for this. I know they expand 5 resources, but now in the next turn you know that an Anakin will trigger twice, which is really strong, right? This one have 3 force rolls and 2 pillars, so a bunch of hand disruption. 3 entrances, I think this list is they accept like I'm going to lose in the space, because have in the space have only Jedi TIE Fighter, and that is a good card with Anakin because you can check for 3 or for 4 with the on attack here. But and this list have more things to do with the space like Jedi Starfighter and Marin. So, but it's just 2 cards. So I think entrench could be good because maybe if opponent plays something in space, you can just entrench it and that unit be there forever and doing nothing. So, which is good, right? Okay, next one here, PQ finalists. We have 2. Piet, this one made finalists and this one made the 3rd place in the same tournament. Like, okay, 2 Piets in the top. We don't have too many differences here. In the first one, we have 1 Piet unit, and I think it's just this. Yeah, I think it's that. This one have the Swarm and Future Droid and Relentless. I think it's just this. The differences here have only 1 HQ-47. Yeah, not too many differences. Actually, this one have Maul and this one don't have Maul. Yeah, this is the difference. And we have 2 Grand Crystal Yellow with the Jedi City that made a PQ top 8, which is insane. Look at this list. I really want to try this list. We have Scimitar now in the Legend of the Force, which is really good with Grand Crystal, because you can play Scimitar, use Grand Crystal's ability. Now you can play. Now you can ready Scimitar and attack for 6 right away. Because you have this ability when this unit is damaged, it gets +3, +0. So in turn 3, you can just attack for 6 with only 1 unit that you play this turn. This is a lot. And we have more pumps here like Armor to the Teeth. This list runs with Waylay, don't runs with Surprise Strike, which is kind of different. We have Keep Fighting to attack again with another unit. We have some a bunch of turn 2 units to play. Cost 2 units to play in turn 1. We have Darth Vader Pilot. We have a bunch of things here. We have Clan Challenges. That is a card that we already saw before in Green Crystal. And now we have some niches like Nihil Marauder that you can attack for 4 in the turn that you play this one. And Green Crystal that you can attack for 4 too. Looks good. I still need to test. I really want to play with this one. I don't know, like... This kind of deck is the list like you saw this, you think, okay, this might work, but most of the time it works only with the hand of the creator. But this one looks really aggressive, and I really want to try this one. Here we have another one that I want to try, that is this Major Von Reg Yellow that made the final Crispy 2024. Congratulations for your result, man. And this one runs with Unmask the Conspiracy. Discard a card from your hand. If you do, look at the opponent's hand and discard a card from it. Yeah, you pay 1, and you have Bazzini too. We have a bunch of cost 1 units, like a Vader. You want to play 2 units turn 1 for sure. And maybe 2 units turn 2. We have Boshak. We have a bunch of odd costs here. I think the only one that is not is 2 Armor to the Teeth, 1 Bazzine, 3 of this Kalta Silencer, 3 of this Shadow, and 2 of Darth Vader. The rest is just odd costs, so you're going to draw a bunch of cards with Boshak. I think that's why he's playing with Unmasking the Conspiracy, because you're going to draw 2 cards with Boshak, so maybe you can do this. You can pay 1, discard 1 card from your hand to discard your opponent's hand. Looks good, right? And we have Punch It to buff. He's not running with Surprise Strike. That is a cost 2. Like we said here, where he's playing with Boshak. I think this cost 1 is more like... It's more often that you're going to draw cards with Boshak than if you're playing with Surprise Strike. Surprise Strike hits for +1, but it's 1 cost more. So I think this one is really worth it to trade here. This one. To keep this one instead of Surprise Strike. Looks really aggressive, and I will try one in here in the channel for sure. We have here this Kazuda data vault. We saw a bunch of Kazuda's yellow back in set 4, and most of them actually was Kazuda red. And now we saw here a finalist that made a Kazuda data vault that made the final and the PQ. Sorry guys, I'm struggling a lot here. I'm kind of sick today, so yeah. And as we can see here, this is different because we have the green. So we have Chewbacca, which is amazing against specific matches because your opponent just can't defeat this big unit with Chewbacca. We have Poe Dameron that we can play to create a token and with a pilot on it. We still have other things from yellow, like Millennium Falcon to play ready to deploy Kazuda maybe. We have Blue Leader, so against some specific match, like you can play Blue Leader to defeat Green Squadron or other units. Looks good, but I don't know. Don't look so aggressive like the red one for sure, because we don't have the Heroic Sacrifice, we don't have Trench Run, but we still have Surprise Strike. We just don't have pumps from green. Actually, we have Adelph Patrol Wing, but I don't know. I still need to test this one too. Here we have Kira Data Vault. Kira Data Vault is a deck that plays a lot, just dominate the set 4, jump to light speed, but with the Legends of the Force we don't saw too much this deck. But now Kira Data Vault won the PQ, and we have some differences here. This one for sure runs with Darth Vader, because we can play this with Timely, and it's just insane. I don't think I even need to explain this. It's just amazing, this card with Timely. Here we have one copy of Anakin Skywalker that we're going to trigger only once, because we don't have any hero card here in the deck. We have Agent Kalos. I really like this card here. Like, you can defeat something, draw a card, so you already do 2 things with only 1 card, and maybe you still can draw another card in the next turn, maybe to trade with some other unit. Looks good. And this list we have 3 resupply carriers, so this list really wants to ramp, because we have 3 resupplies, 3 supplies technicians, and 3 resupply carrier. And one thing here that I like is this Ogdo Bogdo here. To be honest, I don't know how to play with this, because when you play this in turn 2, you need to like use the ability of Kira to put a shield here, then you can just attack for 5, but you're probably not going to ramp this turn. If you deploy, you're going to heal Ogdo, and the shield will you will do this damage in the shield, so we'll be back at 5/5, so you can't attack anymore. I don't know. If you know how to play with Ogdo and Kira Data Vault, say here in the comment, because I really want to know how to play better with this card here in this deck. Here we have a Luke Skywalker Data Vault that made a PQ top 8. This is really different. I really like to see Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader from set 1 doing top 8s. And this one really wants to ramp 2, because we have 2 Spark of Hopes, 3 resupplies here. I have a bunch of late game cards. This one runs with the Mandalorian, Dawn runs with Obi-Wan. We can give shields to those units. I don't know if this is the main thing here. I think like people used to play with Mandalorian instead of Obi-Wan back like in set 3, because cunning was a thing there, like the card cunning, not the cunning the aspect. The cunning card, because you can just use cunning, bounce Obi-Wan back to your hand, to your opponent's hand, and still do something like buff something or exhaust 2 units, discard a card from your opponent. And it's just really bad when you have 6 resources, you play Obi-Wan, your opponent just bounce and buff something. But back in the day, Mandalorian can't be bounced, because Mandalorian have 5 attack and not 4. So I don't know why he's playing with this one here in this list. I really don't think it's just for this 2 shields here, because this unit is kind of whatever. Maybe a Grogu with General's Blade can be an amazing target to put 2 shields there, right? Maybe can be something like that. But yeah, congrats for your result, man. Here we have a picky winner, Poe Dameron Data Vault. I think people kind of sleeping with this deck, because I really think Poe Data Vault is a good deck. And we're not seeing too much at all back, out there. And I really think that is a deck that can 1 PQs and 1 PQ. And most of the people don't play against. You don't know the power of this deck. When you play with the Poe, you can just trade your Poe, like change your Poe to from space units to another space unit, and if your opponent just defeat that unit, okay, you pull back, but now you can deploy, you can do a bunch of stuffs. You can use Heroic Sacrificing yourself in the turn of the deploy, because your opponent is stuck there in your space unit and you want to deploy in the ground to attack for more, so you can just use Heroic Sacrifice, your pull back, then you can deploy. You can do a bunch of things with it. This list don't run with ejects, and to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of ejects too. I think most of the time it's a dead card in your hand, and yeah, just that. You have a Mother Charles in yellow that made the top 8 out there, and this one looks good too. This one you can trigger twice and again because you have Bamboozle, and we can play Bamboozle for costing 0, right? Which is amazing. I think the only I don't know, like, I like this deck, but I feel like we still don't have all the cards that we want to play Mother Charles in yellow. Maybe with the next set, maybe with the set 7, I don't know. I have this feeling that we have some cards here that you don't want to have here, you know? I don't know. It's just my feeling that I have to now. But it is a good deck. This one don't runs with Geonosis Patrol. I think it's this. The cost 5 that you can have exploit 2. And when played the Space Union, you can just bounce cost 3 or less card. Sometimes you can do some plays like play carries. Then you can just exploit the Geonosis, defeating carries, bounce something and give -2/-2 to another unit, which is good. So you can do that, and maybe you wipe your board, your opponent's board, and you have a Geonosis Patrol, and your opponent don't have nothing. Looks good. I don't know. You can do that too. This one runs with Shinhat. I think it is the list that I'm saying don't runs with Shihad, but runs with Geonosis. I don't remember now, but yeah. So this is it, guys. This is every list, different list here that I find from this weekend. What do you guys think about this meta? Send it here in the comments and see you in the next video.